What if the reason you haven't received what you want is because you refuse to stop reaching for it? That one question changed everything for me, and if you sit with it long enough, it might change everything for you too. We live in a world that worships the grind. Wake up earlier, work longer, push harder, squeeze every second out of every day, and maybe, just maybe, you'll finally get what you want. But here's what nobody tells you. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips through your fingers. There is an ancient truth hidden in Buddhist philosophy that most people spend their entire lives ignoring, and that truth is this: the universe is not waiting for you to work yourself to death. It is waiting for you to get out of your own way. Today, I want to walk you through 7 transformative ideas that will shift how you see yourself, your desires, and the invisible force that is always working behind the scenes of your life. 1. The universe reads your energy, not your effort. Here is something most people misunderstand. The universe does not reward the hardest worker. It responds to the clearest signal. In Buddhist teaching, every living being radiates a kind of energetic frequency. Your thoughts generate it. Your emotions shape it. Your deepest beliefs determine its quality. This frequency is constantly broadcasting, whether you are aware of it or not. Now ask yourself honestly, what signal have you been sending? When you move through life with inner steadiness, with genuine faith that things are working out, you broadcast something powerful. You radiate wholeness. And the universe recognizes that signal and begins arranging circumstances to match it. Doors appear, people show up, timing suddenly works in your favor. But when you operate from panic, when every action is fueled by the terrifying thought that you are falling behind, that you are not enough, that life is slipping away, you broadcast something entirely different. You broadcast emptiness, hunger, lack. And here is the painful irony. The universe does not hear your words, it feels your frequency. When your frequency screams, "I don't have enough," the universe simply agrees with you. It mirrors back more situations that confirm your scarcity. This is not punishment. This is physics. This is energy responding to energy. So the shift is not about doing more. The shift is about becoming different. When you cultivate calm confidence within yourself, when you genuinely feel that you are supported and provided for, your outer world begins to rearrange itself, not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped sending the wrong signal. Stop begging the universe with desperation. Start speaking to it with trust. 2. Control is the cage you built around your own blessings. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine holding a butterfly in your fist. You love it. You want to keep it. So you squeeze tighter and tighter, terrified it will fly away. But the tighter you hold, the more you crush the very thing you wanted to protect. That is exactly what control does to your life. Buddhism teaches us something uncomfortable but deeply liberating. Your need to control is the very wall standing between you and what you want. We plan obsessively. We rehearse conversations before they happen. We try to predict every possible outcome and prepare a strategy for each one. And we call this being responsible. But what it really is, it is fear wearing a productive mask. When you insist on controlling how things unfold, you create rigidity. And rigidity is the enemy of flow. Life is not a machine you can engineer. It is a river. And rivers do not respond well to being forced into straight lines. Surrendering control does not mean you become lazy or careless. It means you do your part with full presence and then release your grip on the result. You plant the seed. You water it. But you do not stand over it screaming, "Grow faster." This surrender also applies to your inner landscape. How many of us try to control our own emotions? We suppress sadness. We force happiness. We punish ourselves for feeling anxious. But emotions, like weather, are not meant to be controlled. They are meant to be observed and allowed to pass. The moment you stop white-knuckling every aspect of your existence, something remarkable happens. Tension dissolves. Space opens up. and into that space flows exactly what you needed, often in forms you never expected. What you release, you receive. What you cling to, you lose. This is not philosophy. This is the law of how energy moves through your life. 3. The power you seek lives inside your silence. We live in the loudest era in human history. Notifications screaming for attention, opinions flying from every direction, music, podcasts, videos, conversations, an endless river of noise pouring into our minds from the moment we wake until the moment we collapse into sleep. And we wonder why we feel lost. Buddhist monks understood something centuries ago that modern science is only now beginning to confirm. Wisdom does not arrive through noise. It arrives through stillness. Picture a glass of muddy water. If you keep stirring it, shaking it, adding more to it, the water stays cloudy and you cannot see through it. But if you simply set the glass down and wait, the dirt settles, the water clears, and suddenly you can see everything. Your mind works the same way. When you are constantly consuming, reacting, worrying, and overthinking, your mental water stays perpetually muddy. You cannot access clarity. You cannot hear your own intuition. And most importantly, you cannot hear the universe trying to guide you. The universe rarely shouts. It whispers. It sends subtle feelings, quiet coincidences, gentle nudges that say, go this way, or not yet, or trust this person. But if your inner world is a hurricane of noise, those whispers get drowned out completely. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is the fullest space there is. It is where creativity is born, where answers surface, where your truest self speaks without the interference of ego, fear, or social conditioning. And there is another dimension to this. In a world where everyone is fighting to be heard, choosing silence becomes an act of extraordinary power. You do not need to argue every point. You do not need to prove yourself in every room. Sometimes the person who says nothing commands the most respect because their peace speaks volumes. Start creating pockets of silence in your day. 5 minutes of sitting with no phone, no music, no agenda, just breathing, just existing. You will be stunned by what begins to reveal itself when you finally stop filling every moment with noise. In the silence, you will find everything you have been searching for in the noise. 4. Divine timing is never late. Your impatience is just early. This might be the hardest lesson on this entire list, because patience in a world built on speed feels almost impossible. We want the promotion now, the relationship now, the healing now, the answer now. And when it does not arrive on our schedule, we assume something has gone wrong. We panic, we force, we question everything. But Buddhist wisdom holds a truth that can set you free if you let it. Nothing in nature rushes, and yet everything gets accomplished. Have you ever watched a fruit tree? It does not produce fruit the day you plant it. It takes seasons. It takes sun and rain and cold nights and warm mornings. There are long stretches when nothing visible happens. But underground, roots are spreading, strength is building, and then one day, seemingly out of nowhere, fruit appears. Your life follows the same rhythm. The delays you are experiencing right now are not punishments. They are preparation. Every setback is sculpting you. Every period of waiting is refining you into the person who can actually handle what is coming. If you received everything you wanted the moment you wanted it, you would not be ready for it, and it would either overwhelm you or slip away. Trusting timing means accepting that the universe sees a bigger picture than you do. You are standing in one room of a mansion, frustrated that you cannot see the ocean, but the universe sees the whole estate. It knows that 3 rooms down, there is a door that opens to the most breathtaking view you have ever seen. It is leading you there, but you have to keep walking without demanding to see the destination before you arrive. The waiting is not wasted time. The pause is not a problem. The delay is not a denial. Everything is being orchestrated with precision and care that your conscious mind simply cannot comprehend yet. So breathe, release the urgency, and know with absolute certainty that what is meant for you is being prepared with your name already written on it. It will not miss you, it cannot miss you, but it will only arrive when you are truly ready to hold it. 5. Your deepest beliefs are writing your reality right now. This one cuts deep, so brace yourself. Every single thing in your life right now, your relationships, your bank account, your health, your happiness, is a direct mirror of what you believe you deserve, not what you say you deserve, not what you post on social media about deserving, what you genuinely, quietly, in the deepest chambers of your heart, believe you are worthy of. Buddhism teaches that perception creates experience. Two people can face the exact same situation and have completely different outcomes, not because of external differences, but because of internal ones. One person believes they are worthy of breakthrough, so they see opportunity in the challenge. The other believes they are destined to struggle, so they see confirmation of their suffering. The universe is extraordinarily obedient. It does not judge your beliefs as right or wrong. It simply takes whatever you believe most deeply and builds your reality around it. If somewhere inside you there is a voice whispering you are not good enough, you do not deserve love, people like you do not succeed, the universe will faithfully construct a world that proves that voice correct. This is not cruelty. This is the mirror function of existence. So the most revolutionary thing you can do is not change your strategy. It is change your self-concept. Begin telling yourself a different story. Not with empty affirmations shouted into a mirror, but with a genuine, bone-deep knowing that you are worthy of extraordinary things. You did not arrive on this planet by accident. You were not designed to merely survive and suffer. You carry within you the same creative intelligence that builds galaxies and grows forests. How could something that magnificent not deserve abundance? When you start believing, truly believing that you are deserving of love, wealth, health, and joy, something shifts in your energetic field. Opportunities you once overlooked suddenly become visible. People who once ignored you suddenly pay attention. Doors that seemed permanently sealed begin to crack open. You do not attract what you chase. You attract what you believe you are worthy of. Upgrade your belief about yourself and watch your entire world upgrade with it. 6. Your calmness is already creating your future. Here is a secret that the hustle culture will never teach you. Calmness is not what you feel after you succeed. Calmness is what causes the success in the first place. We have it completely backwards. We think peace is the reward waiting at the finish line. So we grind, stress, sacrifice our health and sanity, believing that once we achieve the goal, then we will finally relax. But the goal keeps moving, and the relaxation never comes. Buddhist philosophy flips this entirely. Peace is not the destination. Peace is the vehicle. When you are calm, your mind is clear. When your mind is clear, your decisions are sharp. When your decisions are sharp, your actions are precise. When your actions are precise, results follow naturally. Calmness is not the absence of ambition. It is ambition operating at its highest, most effective frequency. Think about the greatest performers in any field: athletes, musicians, leaders. What separates the legends from the talented? It is not raw ability. It is composure under pressure, the ability to remain still inside while everything outside is in chaos. That stillness is not a personality trait, it is a practice, and it is available to every single one of us. When you are anxious, you make desperate choices. You say yes to things that deserve a no. You chase people who are walking away. You accept opportunities born from fear rather than alignment. Anxiety is a terrible advisor, and yet most of us let it run our lives. Calmness, on the other hand, acts as a filter. It helps you see clearly what deserves your energy and what does not. It protects you from making decisions that pull you further from your true path. and energetically, calmness sends a signal to the universe that says, I am whole. I am ready. I trust the process. That signal is magnetic. You do not need to become more aggressive to get what you want. You need to become more peaceful. The calm mind attracts faster than the busy one because it is not creating interference. It is a clear channel through which the universe can deliver everything that is aligned with your highest good. Start treating your inner peace not as a luxury, but as your most important asset. Guard it fiercely. Cultivate it daily, and watch how the world begins to rearrange itself around your stillness. 7. The moment you release is the moment everything arrives. There is a beautiful paradox at the heart of Buddhist teaching, and it is this: the moment you stop needing something is the exact moment it becomes free to come to you. We have all experienced this in small ways. You spend weeks desperately searching for something, your keys, an answer to a problem, the right words to say, and the moment you stop looking, it appears. This is not coincidence. This is how energy works. When you are clinging to a desire with white-knuckle intensity, you are actually holding it at arm's length. Your desperation creates an energetic barrier that prevents the very thing you want from reaching you. It is like standing at a door and pushing against it with all your strength, not realizing it opens inward. The harder you push, the more stuck it stays. Letting go is the act of stepping back from that door and allowing it to swing open on its own. But let me be clear about something. Letting go does not mean giving up. These are two vastly different energies. Giving up says, I do not believe it is possible. Letting go says, I believe it is certain, so I do not need to force it. One is rooted in defeat. The other is rooted in unshakable faith. When you release your attachment to how and when your desires manifest, you free the universe to surprise you. And here is the incredible part: the universe is far more creative than your conscious mind. Left to its own devices, it will deliver your desires through paths you never imagined, in timing that is more perfect than anything you could have planned. Letting go also means releasing old versions of yourself, the beliefs that kept you small, the stories that kept you stuck, the identities you outgrew years ago but kept wearing like an old coat because it felt familiar. When you shed those layers, you become lighter, and lighter energy rises. It attracts, it expands, it receives. Think of your life as a garden. You cannot fill it with new flowers if it is overgrown with weeds. Letting go is the act of clearing the garden, pulling out resentment, uprooting fear, removing the dead weight of old expectations, so that fresh, beautiful things have room to grow. Every miracle you have ever witnessed began with someone letting go of certainty, letting go of the old plan, letting go of the need to understand everything before moving forward. In that space of surrender, something greater rushed in to fill the void. The universe does not operate in a vacuum. When you create space, it fills that space with something meaningful. But you have to create the space first, and the only way to create space is to release what is currently occupying it. A final thought for you. Right now, wherever you are reading this, I want you to pause. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm has been keeping you alive without you ever once having to manage it. You did not plan your next heartbeat. You did not schedule it. You did not worry it into existence. It simply happened, faithfully, perfectly, without your interference. If the universe can keep your heart beating without your help, do you really think it needs your anxiety to deliver your dreams? Everything you desire is already in motion. The people, the opportunities, the breakthroughs, the love, all of it is being assembled right now, in this very moment, even though you cannot see it yet. Your only job is to stay aligned, stay calm, stay trusting, stop chasing, start receiving. The universe knows your address, it knows your name, and it has never, not even once, forgotten about you. Breathe deeply, release the weight, and trust with every fiber of your being that what is meant for you is not only coming, It is already here, waiting for you to stop running long enough to notice it. Stay still. Stay open. Stay calm. And let the universe do what it has always done best. Deliver exactly what you deserve, exactly when you are ready for it.